Man United defender confirms injury will be out for a few weeks. Harry Maguire has confirmed he is set for a spell on the sidelines in a blow for both Manchester United and England. The 31-year-old centre-back started during Sunday's draw away to Aston Villa but was forced off at half-time. Picking up a muscle injury, Maguire has now taken to social media and confirmed he will miss a few weeks' worth of action. Posting on his official Instagram account, the Englishman said, "Frustrated to pick up an injury at the weekend, will be a few weeks on the sideline for me, but I will come back stronger." With domestic clubs on a break for the current international break, Maguire, having not been selected by Lee Carsley to represent England anyway, will remain at Manchester United for the next 2 weeks. Set to begin his rehabilitation, the 31-year-old will need to focus on his recovery ahead of an important period of fixtures between now and Christmas. October's remaining fixtures will see United host Brentford in the Premier League before the side travel to Turkey to play Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce in the Europa League. The Red Devils will then return to England for a tricky away tie against West Ham before welcoming Leicester City to Old Trafford for a round of last 16 EFL Cup match-up. Maguire remains a key part of Eric Tanguay's United squad, even if he is not always an automatic starter in the way that he used to be, so it's certainly not ideal for the team to be having to cope without him, especially as Leny Yoro is also out injured at the moment, while new signing Matthias de Ligt is still settling in and hasn't yet shown his best form since his summer transfer from Bayern Munich. Leny Yoro drops a fresh injury update after foot surgery. Manchester United have had a dismal start to the Premier League season, picking up only 8 points from the opening 7 games. The Red Devils have lacked a cutting edge in the final third and have also been prone to making positional errors defensively in and around their own box. Injuries have also hampered the early part of their season. Leny Yoro was a big statement signing from Lille, but the Wonder Kid has yet to make his debut. Yoro underwent a foot surgery after an injury sustained against Arsenal in pre-season, and he is not anticipated to return until the start of November. However, the Frenchman is making good progress in his recovery. The 18-year-old has now posted a picture of him working out on an anti-gravity treadmill. Judging by Yoro's Instagram update, it may take another 2 weeks before he can work out on a regular treadmill. He could participate in individual training by the end of the month. Irrespective of this, manager Erik Tanguy is unlikely to take any risk with him. The youngster could be eased into first-team training and may initially make appearances off the bench. Yoro, who was described as very ambitious by Paulo Fonseca, may have to ideally wait until December to make his first start. He could be involved regularly during the hectic festive schedule. United host Brentford in the Premier League after the international break. This will be followed by a Europa League trip to Fenerbahce, who are managed by former manager Jose Mourinho. Update on what Eric Tanguy is doing following Sir Jim Ratcliffe's 6-hour Man United meeting. Manchester United manager Eric Tanguy is reportedly still planning as normal for the club's next game against Brentford in the Premier League, despite Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Joel Glazer holding a 6-hour meeting in London on Tuesday. Ten Hag's United side are going through a really difficult period at the moment, with just 2 wins from their last 9 games in all competitions and none in their last 5. Still, according to ESPN, Ten Hag is preparing as usual for the Red Devils' next match, with the team due to take on Brentford at Old Trafford on Saturday, 19th October. It remains to be seen if things will stay as they are now, but ESPN's report suggests there has not been any real change at United, with Ten Hag still in the job and Ratcliffe's meeting with the Glazer said to have been something that was planned a while ago anyway. This was never going to be an easy job for Ten Hag, but at the same time, he's also been given plenty of time at the club now, as well as a lot in the way of resources to invest in the squad. The Dutch tactician did fine work at his former club Ajax, but this has perhaps looked like too much of a step up for him, and one imagines he can't have that many more games left to prove himself, even if the sack doesn't seem to be imminent. Speaking to Count Offside earlier, Fabrizio Romano said much the same as has been reported elsewhere, though he did say it would be worth following this from hour to hour. He said, Manchester United had meetings yesterday, but at the time of writing, I have no substantial updates on what was discussed and what it means for how the club's plans are taking shape. It's a situation to follow hour by hour as it involves many people. They are discussing several things after the poor start to the season. It includes the management, Sir Jim Ratcliffe. They are discussing all together. So at the moment, while I'm writing this, Man United have not made any firm decision yet, and Erik Tanguy remains the manager. 44-year-old title-winning manager emerges as option for Manchester United. Former Barcelona manager Xavi is reportedly now one of the options to replace Erik Tanguy as Manchester United manager if the club do indeed decide to make a change in the dugout. Nothing has been decided on Tanguy just yet, but it seems we could expect to hear something soon, perhaps after the current international break, according to a report from Spanish outlet Vigaches. The report adds that Xavi is now in the frame for the Man United job, with the 44-year-old still out of work since leaving Barca at the end of last season. Things didn't go entirely to plan for Xavi in his time at the Camp Nou, and they look much improved under Hans Flick this season, though the former Spain midfielder did manage to guide the club to the La Liga title in 22-23. Things aren't going well for Ten Hag right now, so it surely makes sense that there are murmurings about the club possibly making a change, and it could well be that Xavi would be an upgrade, while the Catalan tactician might not be in the same category as other young managers impressing in other jobs at the moment, such as Mikel Arteta and Xabi Alonso. He inherited a difficult situation when he first took over at Barcelona and initially did well to get the team back on the right track. Although this didn't continue in his final season in charge, there is surely enough there to show that Xavi is a name worth considering for United, who are in as bad or even worse a situation that Xavi first found himself in at Barcelona. Ten Hag has been pretty lucky to cling on to the United job for as long as he has, though he has, in fairness, delivered silverware at Old Trafford, winning the Carabao Cup in his first season and the FA Cup in his second year. Fabrizio Romano says Thomas Tuchel remains a candidate for the Man United job. With Ten Hag's future in doubt, journalist Fabrizio Romano has highlighted that Ineos had a meeting with Thomas Tuchel and his representative after the FA Cup final. He said on YouTube the following: What I keep repeating to you on Thomas Tuchel is that Tuchel, you remember the exclusive story last summer when Man United considered the position of Eric Ten Hag. They were in the process to decide whether they wanted to confirm Ten Hag or fire him last summer after winning the FA Cup. What happened is that internally at Manchester United, they had a meeting with Thomas Tuchel and also with his agent representing him. So there was a meeting. Then they decided not to proceed on both sides. On Tuchel's side, he wanted to relax a bit after Bayern to take some energy and then return in the next months. Manchester United decided to confirm Erik Ten Hag as the manager, but that meeting is showing to you once again that the appreciation of Ineos, of the management team, and of Manchester United in general for Thomas Tuchel remains. So for sure, Thomas Tuchel is a candidate. United are already playing catch-up after just 7 top-flight games. It won't come as a surprise if Ten Hag is replaced by Tuchel during the October international break. Several clubs monitoring the situation of 27-year-old with no way back at Chelsea. Several clubs are monitoring the situation of Ben Chilwell at Chelsea ahead of the January transfer window, as there is no way back for the defender at Stamford Bridge, having fallen out of Enzo Maresca's plans. The new Blues boss made it clear to the press over the summer that the Englishman is not in his plans for the 24-25 campaign, as his playing style does not suit the way the former Leicester City coach wants to play. Marco Correa and summer signing Renato Vega are both ahead of the Englishman in Maresca's pecking order, with only an injury or suspension to both opening the door for him. Chelsea tried to part ways with the left back during the latest transfer window, but the London club were unsuccessful in finding the defender a new home. According to Football Insider, there is no way back for Chilwell at Stamford Bridge, and the fullback is expected to leave in January as there are several clubs interested in his services. The 27-year-old's only appearances this season has been coming off the bench against Barrow in the EFL Cup, which will certainly not satisfy the former Leicester City star. It's difficult to pinpoint the exact destination for Chilwell in January, but several Premier League clubs are said to be involved in the race for the fullback. Man United were one club linked to the Englishman during the summer, as Luke Shaw continues to deal with injury issues, and sources have told Cout Offside that the Red Devils retain an interest in the defender. Clubs outside of England could also appeal to Chilwell, and according to Team Talk, Atletico Madrid are also keeping an eye on the 27-year-old situation at Stamford Bridge, as the left back's career is set to reach a pivotal moment in January. I will be uploading daily Man United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.